Hi GI, Ray Bakerton again with the Wounded Artist Project. And today I'm at Lawrence Technological University in Southfield, Michigan. And we're going to be talking to a young man who has an interesting idea that I thought we should share with you and I thought you'd like to see. As you know, our project has a series of art kits, a beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And our beginner kit has some sketchbooks and some pencils and art instruction books, and we want you to get started with those. And the intermediate kits tend to build on your interests. But what we want to try and do with our advanced kits is actually go to colleges and universities and ask the faculty and even the students to supply ideas for you to use that you might see as college freshmen. And I came here to Lawrence Tech about a week or so ago, and I was speaking to Keith Nagara. He's the director of the Transportation Design Group, with the idea that we would get items and lessons and perhaps projects for you. And he told me, you've got to talk to Chris Nichols, one of our juniors. And I came out at that time and spoke to Chris, and he has a project here that I'd like you to see, and hopefully it'll help spark your imaginations as well. And it has a certain tie into where you are right now and being in the military. I would ask though that it's a good idea for him, and we respect his property rights on this, and please don't use it for a graphic novel or try and use the idea for your own. Let's respect his rights on all this. Okay, here we are again. This is Chris Nichols. Chris, all right. Good to see you again here, and we're going to let you actually walk through and describe all this that I saw recently, and tell the GIs what you're up to.
Sure. Well, as a sophomore, our project was to design a Jeep for a niche market. So I thought it wouldn't be cool to take Jeep back to the military, where they started with the Jeep Willys. So upon that, I started doing a lot of research, figuring out, what are the current conditions in the military. I have a cousin and friends who have been overseas, so I did a lot of interviewing with them to find out what the current conditions are. And unfortunately, I found that a lot more of the casualties have been to roadside bombs and IEDs and things of that sort. So after learning that, I thought my new design direction would be to make a vehicle that would replace the Hummer, that would be specifically designed to protect soldiers against that. So what I started out doing before I did any of the design work is I always like to kind of make a 3D collage. It's just a model that gets me excited about my project and what I'm going to be doing. So this is what I started with. This is just a kind of a futuristic gun, like Halo style. What I did was I went to a junkyard. I'm really into metalworking. So I went to a junkyard and got some different parts. Parts of this is a chainsaw. This is a muffler from a four-wheeler. And there's other foam parts that I just hand carved and sanded and painted to make just a cool collage. And I do that because it kind of gets me excited about what kind of materials, what kind of colors, the theme of the project that I want to put into my design. So from there, I started really looking for inspiration on what's going to make this Jeep different from anything else that's out there right now, and how is it going to protect the soldiers. So I kind of got inspiration actually from an ant. The ant has three pieces: the head, thorax, and abdomen. So I thought, why not actually make the vehicle in three pieces just like an ant? So from there, I started to ideate a little bit. This is where I started. This is actually a Wrangler. And as I developed the concept and I developed where I want the different vehicle structures to flex, I started working my way around. This is different ideation. This is all sketching. I ideate for about 3 to 4 months before I actually start building the model. Just straight sketching and rendering. And this is the sketch that I ended with, actually picked to further my design. So the way the vehicle works is basically just like the ant has three pieces. The vehicle has a front, a middle, and a rear section, and those pieces flex independently of each other. So when an explosion happens underneath, the middle actually can move up with the explosion and actually absorb it, kind of like you're getting punched in the stomach. It's the same principle. When I found the inspiration of the ant, after I made my collage,